I must break you. I'm pretty sure that's what Leclerc will be saying to Sebastian Vettel after he had his race win stolen last time out in Singapore, guys. Welcome to the Fog Racing YouTube channel, and today we're going to be previewing the Russian Grand Prix. Ferrari come here very strong, 3 wins at the last three wins. But Leclerc, he won't see it that way. He'll see it as, you know, a failure because he should have won the last race. He should have won 3 out of 3. He didn't. It was Vettel that won it, and I believe that pretty much gives the chance of Leclerc catching Hamilton zero, because I just can't see it now. There's only 150 points remaining, so it's very difficult to see. It's either, I can't remember, it's either 5 or 6 races left, and I think Ferrari made wrong. I mean, I've heard this, you know, it's the only way they could turn a 1 into a 3, but I mean, bullshit. Leclerc here, so far in practice, he started where he finished basically in the last 3 races, man. He's been on top of Vettel, and he's been dominating Vettel, and I believe the gap was like 7 tenths in one of the practice sessions. So I mean, when you're 7 tenths behind your teammate, it normally means you're in trouble, because you shouldn't be 7 tenths behind your teammate. Vettel made a lot of mistakes today, and just a guy that we thought he won a race, he was going to bounce back, he was going to be the old Vettel, and it looks like it's just the same old shitey Vettel that makes mistake after mistake. But anyway, guys, that is a quick intake there on the situation at Ferrari. We're going to dive in depth more about the teams, more about the drivers, more about Danica Fiat and his home Grand Prix, who I believe is under pressure. I actually think he's been a wee bit outperformed by Gasly since Gasly returned to Toro Rosso, and I don't think Fiat is signed for next year, so
no,
who knows, man? He needs to start delivering.
He's definitely at Toro Rosso next year. Don't know. I doubt it's
definitely
at
Toro Rosso, or could be Red Bull. Oh well, there you go. You should always fact check before you start a new fid. I mean.
Aye, but I mean, but put it this way: if they can just switch drivers, yes, he signed the Toro Rosso, but they could easily just switch him if Albon does pish and Gasly does something else. You know what I mean? So it doesn't
I suppose when you
Max has signed the Red Bull,
I mean,
but he could drive for Toro Rosso if he did an Arava career mode, if you know what I mean, kind of gimmick. But we're not going to see that
some
shit
fake
here.
Fucking
jobber
shit.
No scripted shit here. It's all off the cuff. You got a problem with that guy commenting on our pauses, I'll end you. But anyway, another driver.
Another guy that I think is on the ascendancy at the moment. I think Hulkenberg's actually done a good. I mean, I'm surprised that they're getting rid of Hulkenberg. I mean, today he seemed to be better than Ricciardo, and pretty much all season he's matched Daniel Ricciardo, which is not an easy thing to do, because Daniel Ricciardo is a very good driver. So Hulkenberg's got a point to prove. He's run the races to try and secure a seat for next year. There's not that many seats left, actually, so
no.
I think Hulkenberg's he's probably in need of a strong finish to the end of the season. You know, I mean, like, it's not fair. Someone like Grosjean, the guy can retire from the next, all the remaining races. He can crash out and he's going to be on the grid next. Hulkenberg, it's the complete opposite for him. You know, he needs to deliver probably points finishes in most of the remaining races to have a chance of some team offering him a lifeline. So, a big weekend for him. Another big weekend for Albon. I mean, the first 2 races he had with the new Red Bull team, he had issues in qualifying, obviously, so he was always starting at the back of the grid. Kind of really hard to, rate his performances based on that. But in Singapore, again, he was at the top, but because of the whole, lapping at a slow pace, I guess it was hard to really judge how he did, but he did come 6th, you know what I mean? He was best of the rest. And then in the practice sessions here at the Russian Grand Prix, he's been nowhere near Verstappen.
2 seconds off Max.
On top,
2 seconds.
He's miles away. And I believe Gasly actually beat Albon in both practice sessions, I think. I know he definitely beat him in one. I think he beat him in both. So, I mean, it just doesn't look good for Albon, The guys came in and, yeah, his first race, he did put in some good overtakes, but, I mean, let's be honest, if you're starting at the back in one of the top 3 cars, I would, you'd expect to cut your way through the field. So, I think this is a big race for Albon. A big race for Vettel to prove that wasn't a fluke. A big race for Bottas to try and find his boss. I don't know whether that's going to happen. Probably not. It's probably the most unlikely.
James Foy's has them stored away in his fridge freezer, so I mean, Bottas
So,
ain't retrieving those bad
I mean,
boys anytime soon. Like,
the only guy that the only fucking people that are going into this race for like no pressure is the two Haas drivers because they're both pitched and retained for next year, and Hamilton because I mean, those three can just don't even need to show up on Sunday. They can just sit and log in and play F1 2019 and play the new updated F2 2019 career with Mick Schumacher. So if you want to see that, guys, we'll deliver it to this channel. But aye, I mean that's pretty much it for as for how qualifying's going to go. I struggle to see it being any different from than it's been in the last three races.
well,
I think it'll be a red Ferrari on pole.
There is a problem with that. Heavy rain is 90% chance tomorrow, so I think that.
Well, I think Max has got a good chance then. The Red Bull car will be good in the rain.
Aye, but both Red Bulls have got penalties.
Oh,
Five
fine.
grids.
Yeah, fine.
So I mean, I think he will get pole because Red Bull look the best. Like, well, Max looks the best. Fuck knows what Albon's Red Bull's doing. Like,
if Max can stick it on pole and I mean, it's not impossible that he could win the race. Like,
nah, because you can overtake it.
But
I
I think
you know what I mean.
But I think Honda are obviously thinking that they'd rather use the penalties in Russia and not get penalised in the later races.
Well, they've got their own Grand
Because I think the
Prix
Red
up
Bull,
next.
yeah, they want a good performance there. Like, I mean, and I think the Suzuka track does favour the Red Bull. Although you could argue, Red Bull is Austria, but I guess Honda's Japan, so it's all good. Right, Steve. So this is what it comes down to. Who's your top 5 for qualifying and why?
I mean, the last couple, Belgium, I kind of botched because I thought it would rain, and it didn't. But I think it's definitely going to rain tomorrow, so I'm going to go with Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Vettel, Albon. I think Bottas is just going to fucking bottle it. I mean, there's not going to be enough wet tires to go around, and you're just going to hear Valtteri, it's James, and then they're just going to fucking put the slicks on him.
Lewis needs your wets.
Pretty much. I mean, you see if Hamilton needed a heart transplant, fucking Bottas be rushed into A&E, man. Fucking cut it out. I mean, that's a sad thing. I mean, the guy's just pish. See that? I mean, the title. He still thinks the title's alive, but yet he just lets them hoover 4 points off him. Oh, come on! What driver on the grid would let that happen? Like,
embarrassing. My top 5. I'm gonna go Leclerc pole because I just don't believe I don't really buy into the whole shit about
someone hasn't
rain
checked the
and
forecast.
crap like that. So.
Fucking donut.
I know, but that doesn't mean shit. If it rains, it rains. But until then, I'm just going to believe that it ain't going to rain. So, that's my allowed to do that. I'm going to go. No, I'm going to. Sorry, not Vettel. Fuck me. I forgot he's a shit Ferrari driver. I'm going to go Leclerc to get pole. Verstappen. No, I'm not. I'm going to go Leclerc on pole, Bottas second, Verstappen third, Hamilton fourth, and Vettel fifth. You've heard it here first, guys. I think the Russian Grand Prix is Bottas' best track. I'm just going on based on 2017.
It is, but I think
he dominated the track. 2018, he was leading, and for some reason just had to fucking hand the race.
Oh yo,
so I mean,
James says he's going to pay Bottas back, so you never know this weekend. You know what I mean? You might be retrieving the balls back.
I mean, it could be the race where Hamilton lets him through, which I can't imagine that happening. But
I never know.
But that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Leclerc first and Bottas second, then Verstappen, Hamilton, and Vettel.
Right, top 10 in the race then.
Top 10 in the race, yep.
Well, you go first since I went first.
Leclerc, Bottas, Hamilton, Verstappen, Vettel, no wait, I totally forgot. No wait, fuck that. I forgot about the Leclerc, Bottas, Hamilton, Vettel, Verstappen, Albon, Hulkenberg, Ricardo, Gasly, Raikkonen.
All right.
Controversial, you may not agree with it, but that's what I'm going with.
Right, I'm going with Leclerc. Leclerc, Leclerc, Hamilton. No,
Leclerc.
Like Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, Vettel, Albon, Hulkenberg, Perez, Magnussen, Sainz. Haas don't look too bad this weekend, so that's why.
For some reason,
Magnussen might do well.
I totally forgot about Perez. I'm just going to hope that both Force Indias fail. 'Cause I forgot that this would be a track that would kind of suit Force India, but I'll stick with my predictions. Perez to stick it in the wall.
Senor Perez, Senor. And that is it. We'll probably get them wrong, like, I mean...
So guys, let us know.
We've got a few right, like, so far.
Yeah, no, I mean... I think I picked Leclerc to win the last 3 races, like... So I'm a bit unlucky they didn't win fucking Singapore, but...
I mean, Mercedes in the turbo hybrid era have never went 4 races without a win. So you got to factor that in, like. But I think even if they get
really, did Vettel not win 4 races in a row, like in 2017?
No, I even think though, like, even if it's a Mercedes front row, I think the run down to turn 1 in Russia's that big. Ferrari will have them, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think so? Like, unless Bottas and Hamilton block them both, if you know what I mean. Even then, I think I could end in a massive fucking pilot. But Bottas would do that because he's captain shitebag, you know what I mean. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be Leclerc on top of the podium because he's the man in form. And Max and Red Bull have kind of been shit since the summer break, and they need to bounce back. And MERC also. So you never know, though. You never goddamn know. Any closing thoughts, big man?
Well, not really, apart from we'll know over the next 2 days, so stay tuned. Should be an interesting one. I mean, the Russian Grand Prix, you can overtake here, and when you got a Grand Prix where overtaking can happen, I mean, it's always tends to be good. Singapore, I don't know what's happened to Singapore, but it's not a good Grand Prix. The straights seem shorter than they used to be. I don't know if they've changed back up or not. I didn't enjoy it, but Russia. There's 2 big long straights in this, and I expect loads of overtaking, so hopefully that's what we'll get. Obviously, with the red starting at a position, you know, it should just be a good race, so looking forward to it.
Goddamn right.
Final thoughts.
Aye, and that's all I've got to say before I die of a sneeze attack. Until then, though, peace.